Hello, my name is Seolito Rodriguez. This is my presentation for MGT 545. This presentation it's titled International Strategies. So in this presentation, first of all, I'm going to state the purpose and why I chose this topic. I'm going to give a brief overview of the presentation. Then I will talk about international strategies, a definition of what it is, the value of international strategies, local responsiveness and international integration trade-off. I will talk about the financial and political risks of international strategies. I will also talk about sustained competitive advantage and the organization of international strategies. So, international business and globalization is a topic that I am fascinated by. I've always wanted to learn about international business and how it works, and this class is excellent. I have learned a lot about those topics. I work for an international company in the IT department, and this topic has kind of opened my eyes. Now I understand better how and why business decisions are made. I also want to learn more about how, again, the decisions are made, and this topic has clearly helped me to have a clearer picture about that. So this presentation is about international strategies, and the main objectives are to define what international strategy is, describe 5 ways that international strategies can create economic value, talk about the trade-off between local responsiveness and international integration, discuss the political risks associated with international strategies, and describe 4 different ways to organize to implement international strategies. International strategies, it's basically a special case of diversification strategies that the firms use. Firms pursue international strategies, for opportunities that are across country borders. International strategy must exploit real economies of scope that outside investors find costly to exploit on their own if they want to have any economic value. The value of international strategies. There are basically, 5 ways of 5 values, and one of them is to gain access to new customers. 2, to gain access to low-cost factors of production. 3, to develop new core competencies. 4, to leverage current core competencies in new ways. And 5, to manage corporate risk. When it comes to the local responsiveness and international integration trade-off, firms constantly face a trade-off between the advantages of being responsive to market conditions in their non-domestic markets and the advantage of integrating their operation across the multiple markets in which they operate. So sometimes they have to be a trade-off. Local responsiveness can help firms be successful in addressing the local needs of non-domestic customers. They can increase demand for a firm's current products or services, and they also enable a firm to expose its traditional core competencies to new competitive situations. And at the same time, they improve or augment its traditional core competencies. But again, sometimes company have to make decisions to have a balance between this local responsiveness and the international integration that they want to have. Other key factors that firms must consider when they engage in international strategies is the financial and political risks. They got to be careful about currency fluctuation and inflation that may impact negatively the operations of a firm. Sometimes there are broad changes in political situations that may affect the business negatively. Expropriation of company access is a big problem. There has been cases, for example, the case in Venezuela when Chavez came to power. There was a lot of expropriation of company access, and company lost a lot of money. So those are things to take into consideration. Also, there are places in the world where there's a lot of guerrillas and terrorism. There's a lot of kidnapping going on. And all of these factors must be taken into account if a company is trying to engage in international strategies. The sustained competitive advantage of international strategies. To be a source of sustained competitive advantage, a firm's international strategy must be there must be valuable, there must be rare, costly to imitate, and the firm must be organized to realize the full potential of its international strategies. The organization of international strategies, there are several options. One of those options is market governance, where the company could simply just start exporting its goods and services. Intermediate market governance, which has to do with licensing, non-equity alliances, equity alliances, and joint ventures. And the hierarchical governance, which has to do with mergers, acquisitions, and wholly owned subsidiaries. This is the end of my presentation about international strategies. I hope that you have found this informative. Thank you.